All right. Shalom. This is GMS Louisiana Saints, the New Orleans camp, with another pre-camp lesson. But before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. In peace and salutations to you, sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe, maiden brothers and bearing to the end. Shalom.
Shalom.
And we're just going to go into the importance and the significance of going out onto the highways and byways to preach this word. It should be pretty self-evident at this point with the scriptures we're going to get, but still you've got people out there that are ultimately cowards that don't want to come out onto the highways and byways and have their faces be seen. As you can see with the weather, it's raining, it's cold, and you'll have some people that aren't even coming out. They're going to be inside doing videos at the house, if that. They're probably just scoffing on the comment boards of the true men of the Lord who are out on the highways and byways preaching. But what inspired this lesson was a video one of the elder brothers posted of this bug out, this massive bug out called Yash Kara, which is a name I haven't heard in a long time. This guy, now if he changed it, yeah,
We know the nigga about.
if he changed his doctrine, then so be it. But from the last time I heard of him, he said the moon was a digital satellite. It was a hologram. He said in the spirit world, we have the appearance of monsters. We look like griffins on all fours with wings. He said that the Most High cared about the woman more than the man. Just a complete bug out here. But in this clip, he was twisting the scriptures because he doesn't want to come out saying, oh, when it says being as bold as a lion, it's you when the enemy comes and attacks and you protect your family, you're being as bold as a lion. It's not talking.
It has been since the last 15 years ago when me and the brother Kazaki came in. That's been his rap. He do not want to go on the highways and byways. We know a lot of you niggas, man, that don't want to go on the highways and byways, man. You just have a problem with going out, man. Or used to be with us and don't want to go out no more, man.
Because you're ashamed of the gospel. But yeah, he was talking about how that's some of the stupidest shit I ever heard. We're going out onto the block and all that. But as we're about to see in the scriptures, that's clearly not the case. Again, not only are you a coward, you're ashamed of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And as it says in that day, when they shall say, Lord, Lord, he will say, I have not known you. If you're ashamed to proclaim me before these people out here, I'm not going to proclaim you before the Father. And you're going to be out here with your ass in the breeze, just finished. But we're going to start it off with Proverbs chapter 1, around verse 20.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets.
Wisdom crieth without. And how is wisdom crying without? It's not the book flapping or words coming out of thin air. It's the prophets of the Most High, the mouthpiece on the highways and byways, that wisdom crying without, uttering her voice in the streets. The streets you're seeing right here, the main thoroughways where people come out, and as well as the internet as well. They're both very important, but for a lot of people out here, how did they come across this truth? Seeing the street ministry. Either seeing a video ministry, which you saw those brothers on the highways and byways preaching, are literally walking by and seeing the men of the Lord preaching on the highways and byways. So it's very significant to come out here on the highways and byways. The most foot traffic is out here, and we're a spectacle out here. Something that back then when hey, that's the prince of the power of the air.
That's Satan.
Hey, that's the significance of coming out on the highways and byways. You see all that energy and all that out there.
Put a fucking mask on, man.
Yeah, keep going.
Verse 21. She cried in the chief place of concourse.
In the chief places of concourse. And is the hood the chief places of concourse? No, the hood is the chief place of death. And you might as well call the hood the catacombs. The chief place of concourse is these marketplaces and these downtown areas where you get a lot of foot traffic, where you've got all nations in here. And of course, we know you've got your traditional so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American looking Israelites, and then you've got the Israelite foreigners who look like the heathen nations and who may have never come across this ministry on the internet, but were just downtown going about their daily life. They saw the men in the chief places of concourse on the streets preaching, and they heard something that itched their ears, and look, they could very well be listening now or in a camp doing the very same thing. So preaching this word on the highways and byways, the chief places of concourse, wisdom cried without in the streets is very significant and important to this ministry. And if you say anything otherwise, again, you're just ashamed of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and ultimately you're a coward.
Says she cried in the chief place of concourse in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long which love simplicity, and scorners delight in their scornings, and fools hate knowledge.
And another thing, with us being out here on the highways and byways preaching, and at this point, majority of Jakes know the truth and have come across video. But let's say some Jakes haven't, or some Jakes may just see a thumbnail and pass it by. When you've got camps all across the country, all across the world, on Saturdays or the main days in the chief places of concourse preaching, those Jakes can't escape. They walk by and hear the word, and they've been convicted. They've been convicted, or they hear the word and come and inquire more to be saved. But regardless, you're hearing the word and can't escape. So, hey, the chief places of concourse and coming out on these streets physically and letting yourselves be seen is very significant.
The importance too, in season, out of season, because you got these cats like the brother initially started off with. When it gets, we'll bring it out real fast. You got it. It's 2 Timothy 4:2. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. One more time, huh? This is 2 Timothy 4:2. Preach the word, telling you to preach the word. Go ahead. Be instant in season, out of season, be instant, ready to teach, instant, in season and out of season. The time that we're in now, January 15th, 2022, is out of season. It's cold. In season is what? When it's warm, the birds chirping.
In June.
Yeah, get this treat, man. All right? It's the winter. Did anyone of you brothers know that one of the Songs of Solomon about the winter?
That's it too.
Yeah. Bring that one out too, man. This is time. It's a prime time to be out. This is a prime time to show your faith to Yahweh Shai. When nobody wants to do that work, man. When it's brick cold out here, it's raining, brick cold, fucking icicles, your feet hurt, your feet cold. It's the perfect time to come out. This ain't no feel good. This ain't no feel good type of ministry, man. You sit in the house and sit there to eat. But the one I love in Amos, man. Nigga sitting on the couch. You on the computer. You got the your bowl of soup and shit. You niggas is you can do what you want. You gotta come out in the elements, man. This one is about. It's about coming out in the elements too, man. Because even since this C-19, what have other camps been at? We haven't seen it.
Social distancing.
It's been cold. What are these other camps at?
Hey, they don't come out until it's Essence Fest, Jazz Fest, or some other cloud chasing event.
Yeah. Go ahead, finish it all right. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. That's what we've been doing. The Lord been out here reproving, rebuking with all long suffering. It's hope that you repent. All right, because the kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. This you're supposed to love this, man. You're supposed to love coming out the elements, man. All right, we don't true winter soldiers. When there ain't nobody out here, we got what? A couple more months, more weeks of winter. Ain't nobody gonna be out here, man. We go out there on the highways and byways in a few minutes. Nobody gonna hardly be out there.
Now that it's raining and windy and cold.
Got that one.
Yeah, it seems like the winter is gone when they talk about like Yahweh Shai, then the spring is in.
Yeah, bring it up.
It ain't coming through.
Hey, we're out here making our bodies.
I'm making that point. Make that point. That winter is about that winter too, man. It's too cold, brother. It's raining. Hey, what we gonna do today? We're going out. What do you mean? It's raining though. Man. I mean, you don't do no crazy. It's got a hurricane and some shit. The fucking super fucking tsunami tornado. You don't go. Come on, Art. You don't tear up your Bibles and your camera and your cars and shit. You got to think about it. Goddamn. A little rain. Jake ain't doing it.
Jake don't want to get his feet wet.
See, bro, I just bought the
Fuck the Nuggets, man.
Jacob, something get wet.
What about your
This is what-
salvation?
One cat we had back in the day, used to bring it out with us. We call the nigga bean head. The nigga head look like a red bean. You ever seen a red bean from the side? And he said, man, hey, my car is your car is for the highways. My car ain't for the highways and shit. So you want to bring it up? Well, go ahead, Doc.
Solomon takes verse 11. I got to put something on too. For lo, the winter is past and the rain is over and gone.
And he show you what's going on now. It's rain. The winter is incorporated with the winter and rain is incorporated with each other because that's what keeps it the temperature and keeps it. Because it's gonna get cold as fuck after this rain. It's possibly gonna have snow flurries and snow. All right. And if, like I said, if it was to happen, if that snow was to happen right now, we gonna still be out here, man. All right. We ain't right past the Pork Chop and Deacon Donut, man. Them niggas in a big ass church with central heat in the heat, man. Talking to you niggas, man. We are in the elements, man. Which that's still a reasonable service too. Go ahead, one more time. Get back to the question. You said you had something else, right? All right.
It says, for lo, the winter is past, the rain is over and gone. Flowers appear on the earth. The time of the singing of the birds is come, and the voice of the turtle is heard in our land.
Okay, so that's when you niggas want to come out when it's feel good weather, man. We out here when it ain't feeling good, it ain't feel good, it in the harshest part of weather. This is a harsh fucking rain, man. It's just raining harder than that. And we still out here. Give me that one so I get it back to the brother.
This Proverbs 20:4. The sluggard will not plow by the reason of the cold.
Oh man, that's on time. What it says, the
It says, the sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold.
you slow bellies, man. You niggas ain't gonna do right, man. You want that feel good weather. You gotta come out here in the cold too. It gets a different type of hot down here with the humidity. You just drench and sweat. You got cancer. You old pretty boy niggas, man. You old Rick Fox ass prophets, man. You niggas don't want to come out because you gonna mess up your texturizer and shit. No, you gotta come out here even when it's hot, it's cold, raining. What you think the middle Lord was doing, man? They were preaching in the waters, man, in the different elements. Go ahead, finish it off.
It says, therefore shall he beg and harvest and have nothing.
Yeah, so when they really go down, you gonna beg, man. You gonna wish you did. All right, do the full part of this ministry, man. But go ahead,
This is the end of the world. They speak about it, Matthew. Yeah.
You gonna wish.
The end, yeah.
And you're one of those you're that servant that hid his one talent.
Yeah.
And a part of that talent is coming out to these highways and byways and preaching this word so you can build up that spiritual bank account, build up those spiritual fruits. So when the harvest comes, you can reap of those fruits. And hey, it is when you truly have faith and understand what you're involved in, you know what you're working towards. You know what the end goal is: new bodies, dominion, anything to your heart's desire. So all this little stuff we're going through physically right now can't compare to what's to come, the riches of the kingdom.
Hey, another thing, Jacob go his black ass out there for Esau in the elements, you know, with no complaint, you know. Jacob do that shit, bro. You need to push baskets and all type of shit, different jobs. Jake have you out there doing that shit, man. I didn't see the nigga in the line of work I do. I seen the nigga flip over and the bulldozer flip over, almost kill himself, water all top. We gotta looking for the door to open it up to get him out of there. That nigga went back in there. Hey boss, just give me another jumper, dry jump. I'm going back out there. I'm like, nigga, it's raining cats and dogs. I'm talking about cats and dogs. We got jumpers on this shit. We pushing some shit called what it was, coca. Shit in the refinery you do to get the you make petroleum out of. So we in the tank in the box. We push that shit, and he in the bulldozer he pushing it. And so happened it was raining so hard to where the side of the bridge that we made, it sunk in with water, and it made the bulldozer flip over. That nigga was in there trying to get the seatbelt off because the water was coming in there. There was water built up in there. So we trying to get him out there. Nigga breathe, he lost his life and shit. getting back to the office, I'm like, man, he started getting in there, made a big ass speech. Y'all want to go home? Cool. I don't want to go home, son. Jump, I'm going back out there. He like, man, is you serious? Even Esau was like, man, you serious? Like, man, you just died, almost died. Yeah. He's cool, man. That nigga had that one big open face goal. And he young. The nigga was young too. Johnsonville some goddamn way. Hey, son, let's give me another jump and another jacket. I'm going back out there. Oh my lord. And when I got some other machine and shit, my shit crazy. Like, but this is Jake. This is Jake. And it was cold like this. Well, we was on the river, you know. We was on the river out there. And it was cold as a motherfucker, man. It's raining. Jake. That's Jake. That's what you're dealing with.
Ask him to serve the Lord like that.
They ain't gonna do that shit. They ain't gonna do that shit, man. The nigga had a whole crime investigation. He went back out there too, bro. Yeah. He went back out there, bro. He was another nigga. He used another nigga's uniform and went back out there. They had a whole investigation, crime scene and shit. The bulldozer, once the shit dried up, the bulldozer still sitting down there 6 feet deep. The nigga still went out there. That's what you're dealing with, though, man. Jake could do that shit for Esau, but for the Lord, Jake ain't gonna. Jake want this truth is not conditioned to make you feel good, bro. You know, when I'm saying feel good, I'm talking about in the sense it's not gonna be perfect. You gotta go out there. Sometimes you gotta go out here in the elements, man. But go ahead, right? Give me, man. It's not comfortable, bro. That's right.
It's Matthew chapter 22.
I'll say one more thing too. The Apostle Tahar didn't say it. I don't know if y'all seen the video of Apostle Tahar, like, man, he's like, man, a lot of you guys miss because, you know, you were fucking with him about the holidays or being sick. He said, man, I'm out here, man. I mean, you sick and shit or different shit like that, Jake. Oh, I got a thumbnail. Some little stupid man, come out here, man.
But it was a lot of men on Christmas Day. Hey, they wanted to celebrate the holidays with their booze, so they came up with an excuse not come out here and doing the work. If that's where your mindset at, you might as well just be like, man, I might as well just put in my punch card and leave the truth.
Yeah, man.
It's sickening. It's, man, fuck Jake.
You got the Matthew.
I get something.
He's crazy, man.
This is Matthew chapter 22, verse 9. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage.
Go ye therefore into the highways and byways, the chief places of concourse, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. Hey, we're out here being that wisdom cried without. As it's going to say, hey, both good and bad were brought in. This word casting out that net, like that other parable, hey, you're going to get some good fish and some bad fish, but the Spirit's going to root it out. Regardless, the fishers of men are out there. Hey, those that have been to the marriage are out on the highways, pushing out that word and casting out that net and getting in the good and the bad, the hopeful elect and those that aren't of it, and going to get cast to the side and get judgment. Keep going.
So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good. And the wedding was furnished with guests.
Hey, the wedding of the Lamb. And what did Yahushua tell Peter? Hey, if you love me, feed my sheep. He asked him 3 times. And what do you mean by feeding the sheep? Going out there and preaching, going out to the highways and byways and finding those, the good and the bad, to bid to the marriage. What do you think Yahushua was doing during his ministry? What do you think the Apostle Paul was doing during his ministry? The other 12 apostles, their disciples, all the way to Abba Bivens, our elder apostles, down to us. The exact same thing. As it says in Romans chapter 15, everything written aforetime was written for our learning. We have that set structure to follow, and we're doing it to the best of our abilities. And anybody else that doesn't want to follow that structure, well, hey, your sacrifice is giving up that ill-smelling savor up to the Father, and it's not going to be accepted. And it's going to be made manifest soon enough that, hey, you're going to get spewed out of his mouth. Look what happened with Rap the News. He called himself prophesying, but was he out on the highways and byways preaching? Niggas don't even know what his fucking face looked like. That's one of those oysters that was playing. Exactly. But you know whether we're dead or alive, You know what we look like. You can come and have a dialogue with us. All that.
Hey, he like it, boy, on Dave Chappelle shit. Take it. What is that thing? The toothpaste, brother. Yeah, the cleanser. Oh, yeah.
Hey, want to see my face?
Yeah, y'all niggas follow the guy you ain't even seen in years, man. Probably 2 times ever you ever seen the guy's face, probably, man. But you got hardcore rap news followers, man. You know? Show your face, huh?
Shit, a lot of you Jace could just be listening to computer voices, a voice on a computer, getting some AI to put the dialogue out there.
Tony with his wife when she came on there and was speaking about yeah.
Hey, they are, man. They are. Fucking weirdos, man.
So it could have been where he could have been standing a lot.
Oh, they said that a lot. He costs a lot of money to him. Scam.
Yeah, man. You niggas, it's good for your ass, man.
Hey, and what's it saying? I believe Isaiah 30. You shall see your teachers. The teachers shall no more be hidden. And hey, you're seeing us on the camera. You're seeing us out on the highways and byways, the chief places of concourse preaching.
But you know why they don't like us though? Because we don't fit the mold of what you think a teacher or a prophet or whatever should be. You're so your mind is so you got this hard. What do you call it? It says your mind is
See it like
yeah, you got that seared up like a hot iron in your mind to where you think we supposed to have a 3-piece suit on and different things like that. Because these brothers we look rough around the edge, so you brothers on the side, they don't fit. We don't fit the mold as what Israel want as a prophet, man.
no, that Isaiah 30. Hey, they prophesying us to the sweet things and the smooth things. Hey, you get the rough and rugged and straightforward out here, as it says, rude in speech, but not in knowledge, not in wisdom. Hey, the message is rough. What is this message? We're out here telling you that if you don't get right, you and your loved ones are going to get put to death. You can't say that nicely. Hey, so there's sometimes where the spirit will calm down and condescend to people, but then there's sometimes it'll erupt like a fire and burn you up with the harshness of it.
I'm telling that be the spirit of the Lord wants to deal with you. You know? Straight up. That's how the Lord wants to deal with you at that particular moment. You know? Some of you niggas just need to be cussed the fuck out, man, because you just don't get it. You just don't get it, man.
Hey, Yahushua, they said he was an austere man, and he was constantly getting, especially Peter, saying, "Get behind him." He said, he was being rough and rugged with the Apostle Paul as well. Hey, this ain't the time to have soft feet or sweaty fingers out here. This ain't the time to be moist. You got to gird up your loins like a man and take the message as it comes. Hey, Jake need to hear that because there's too many, as you said, pretty boys out here.
Yeah.
Too many
toys, man.
Tarts, pork chops, looking
Soft in the middle, man.
hard on the outside. So,
Fellows, man. Jake, and that one thing, man, Jake don't want to hit. Jake don't want to hit at their little illusion. His imagination is in it. That's why they call us the prophets of doom. You say the same thing that you were saying, the men of old, you said about us. But damn, son, every time I asked you, son, it's like, damn, like, it's over with for us.
it is.
It is.
Nigga, look, you've been hearing these sweet words since the 90s, since your whole time in America. But what if these sweet words got you in a worse and worse condition? Look at the state of the so-called black community now from all the sweet, tender words they've been hearing. It's a fucking nightmare there. The catacombs.
Them old boy that stayed in that upstairs building. I love y'all, man. Raise up his skirt. You can look like you had a C-section, man. That's what the hood got you. That's what that hip hop lifestyle got you. Shut up all up and shit. The hood ain't done nothing for you niggas, man. You have a problem with us when we speak about that. Why y'all don't teach in the hood? Well, fucking last of my chicks, it just is wild over there.
Yeah, the chief place of the Congress.
Friend old bitch. It goes down around this bitch, man.
Shit, the cheap places of concourse are becoming the hood now with how wild it is out here.
Yeah, remember we did that lesson about the ten cities of the
This was the Howard shot when he went
yeah,
to go to the hood.
yeah, the ten, I think call them the it's in the scriptures. The fourth getting tough time. But you know, y'all brother
I
I'm
know,
talking about.
cheap places where Jake was dwelling. Like,
They were dangerous, man.
Yeah, man. Howard shot said don't go. They'll try to kill him.
I got one book at home.
Nigga.
I got one book at home where it calls you Habashah a rebel. I think it's on my phone. It calls you Habashah. It said when your Habashah went out to the teach, the people called him a rebel. It said fights broke out, man. The middle of was, I mean, that's how it was back when I came in. We were getting in with niggas, man. They come up here. Oh man, you trying to send them to the goddamn moon, man. With one of these, man.
But-
On the jail, all that shit. You know, but it didn't calm down now, you know.
with fights breaking out, what does that mean? You were out in front of the people,
Yeah.
saying something they didn't want to hear. You were out there physically to where you could be seen preaching the word.
We had virtual reality on. We in that bitch with the thing on.
Holograms.
Fighting holograms and shit. Yeah, we out here, man.
The meta. Hey, that's what Jake would love. If I could go preach in the metaverse, put on some goggles, and holding a book out, man. Jake's
Yeah, man. You niggas want anything easy to you, man. Like that one cat, he dead now. The Lord killed his ass. This nigga called Pimp C. This nigga here
with the emperor.
the Pimperer. The rap name the Pimperer. Nigga, the mayor of Baton Rouge came out there, brothers. This nigga was shaking like a 57 Chevy, man. Oh, brother, you gotta go. They're like, man, let me see your IDs. Nigga, I didn't see niggas fight when the police asked for their ID, man. Niggas, police. When the police gone, oh, he shook night. In the block.
You look under Jake's shirt, he got two big wet spots under there.
and drip mode from piss, man. Jake.
When you were younger and you first started talking to girls, you just talking to them, but your leg just shaking like that. Are you okay?
That's Jake, man.
You know about that, don't you? Leg shake.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, but
Tell you with the man. Hey, man, Jake be out here scared, man. You know? We don't give, hey, bro, hey, man, them days, oh, hey, don't give a fuck, bro. Don't give a fuck about you niggas come up here talking about what you gonna do with us. The authorities, none of that shit. We don't give
heard
a
it
fuck,
all
bro.
before.
Heard it before.
It's still out here. 10 toes down preaching.
Yeah, man. Oh, let me show you. Let me get this one. I'm thinking this other one real fast.
When I get some okay.
What is that?
You got one. No, we'll get Amawad. I didn't got some time, guys.
Yeah, where is it? Right here on top of it. So,
Which one?
I'm right here on top of it. I'm just trying to get to the point.
Was it where they were?
Yeah, you go. I got it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to get to the whole point. This is Acts 5 and 38. And now I sent to you. Well, I mean, yeah, let me say it says, and now I send to you, refrain from these men and let them alone, for this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught.
And we seen all these councils that weren't of the Most High come to naught. Look, there's the black unconscious community. These other camps are starting to falter, and the congregation are asking them questions, so they're trying to play catch up and back up their steps. Say the Black Panthers, the civil rights movement, all that shit fell apart. And it's just nothing now. But what do you see? Hey, since our elder Abba Bivens came out in the late 60s, early 70s, this word has kept going, and it's in overdrive right now. And it is, and the elites and the higher ups haven't had if they could have taken us off the block a long time ago, they would have been done it back in the 90s. But what do you see? They haven't been able to do it because this is, as it's about to go into, this is the work of the Most High that shall stand.
Right, and it says, 39. But if it be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it. Least happily ye be found even to fight against the Most Yahweh, the Most High. All right, and it says, and to him they agreed and went. And then when they had called the apostles and beat them, it says they commanded that they should not speak in the name of Yahweh Shai and let them go. And they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were accounted worthy to suffer, all right, shame for his name. And they also showed it was out there, man. It was on the highways. It was, in order to be snatched up like that, you had to be out there, man. Like we sit down here out here, you had to be out in the elements. And the council can pull up on them, man.
And Abaratazah, like this spirit we have, we can keep it and be in that same stead. Because like you were just giving examples with these jakes that are super jake when the authorities aren't out. When they came out, they started getting scared. But these men were beaten, but they counted it all glory and honor unto them from Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, continue to go out and proclaim the name.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta take shit in the spirit. It's like, I'm worthy. For Yahweh Shai's sake, I'm worthy to go through this, man. The hell that I'm catching, it's a difference. It's a difference between, like, bringing out time and time again, it's a difference between suffering as a man of the Lord and a difference between suffering as a nigga, man. And sometimes, like I bring out time and time again, and I bring it out through experience, some men out here suffer, it's self-inflicted. You caused yourself to be put in that position with your woman fighting with her, and the motherfucker able to call the police on you and shit. You didn't put yourself in a position to suffer, unrighteously, man. As a nigga, man. Then there's a time where you're suffering. Like we go out there right now, man. Say we go out here right now, they got the paddy wagon waiting out there for us. That's suffering righteously, man. You tell me I'm going to jail for the word of the Lord? Cool, man. But I'm not gonna go out here for no dumb shit, man. You know?
Strictly business.
Yeah, let me finish the last part. It says let me read it. Let me go up to the 41. It says, and they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were accounted worthy to suffer shame for his name. And daily in the temple, and in every house, they ceased not to teach and preach Yahweh Shai Mashiach, man.
Temples and houses and public places, in the highways and byways. Right. Said they cease not to preach Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. It's as simple as that. So again, as we've been going into with these scriptures, you can see the major significance of coming out to the highways and byways and letting your face be seen and your presence be known, preaching the words of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And what did Peter ask Yahweh Shai? What are we going to receive for all these things we're going through? And you know what he was talking about? He was talking about demons plaguing his mind, people going against him, them on the highways and byways being made a spectacle. And what did it continue to say in that Matthew 19? Then that go through all these things and forsake these things in the world that want to take you off of the highways and byways out of the truth, you're going to receive it a hundredfold in the kingdom.
Hey, I'm going to say something about all you brothers, man. Some of you brothers that's been around. You know, I count it very honorable for a lot of you men. Even this brother came out to the camp one time when some shit was going down. I'm like, oh, both times I'm like, oh, I don't know if the brother gonna come back. It's all that. It's the first day. The brother came out the first day the shit was going down. Some of you men, I'm saying some of you brothers, I didn't watch you brothers. I didn't watch brothers up in this camp, man, get threatened with guns, all type of shit, and come out the next week, come out the next week, come out the next month. They ain't stop shit, man.
They see the people they know in the world pass by on the block and still come out. People talk shit to them at the house saying, oh, I saw you out there, blah, I'm going to tell so-and-so about it. Still out here preaching this word.
Ain't a shame, man. Like I said, that's my own personal thing with all you brothers, man. I done seen you brothers, being young in this thing and get put in position, because it's intense out there, man. You young, you trying to find your way, and you just watch shit go down, you watch things be said to you. And I've seen you brothers have fought and endured it, man. Just like other men out here in different camps, I done seen men endure some shit. I done seen niggas come out there, bow, 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 busting their ass, and the brothers like, oh, shit. Fuck it, keep on preaching, man. Fuck it.
Hey, people coming out and literally pulling guns in front of the brothers, and the brother, what they do? Continue preaching the word. Paintball, all kind of shit.
throwing shit on us and
Some
shit.
shit on Adam.
Hey, man, I remember back in the day, the Dallas camp, where they teach it now, it's a building of, like, it's like right across the street. Niggas just throw eggs across the street, hit the front of the shit with it, bro. You know? Ball eggs and shit. Not ball eggs, but frozen eggs and shit, man. That's suffering racially, man. That's counted word. That's a big honor. And if you ain't your fate get shook. Fuck the brothers from Baton Rouge, the mayor of Baton Rouge came out personally. What the fuck you gonna do if you see a limo or him being rolled out, police, and they come up and his truck come in front of us, man? What you gonna do? I'm gonna tell that wild mouth bitch you can go about our business, man. I'm gonna keep preaching. Fuck what you talking about, man.
Shit, it ain't gonna be like that one Jake she was talking to at the
Nah,
bar,
ain't
just
gonna
talking down to him like a dog.
Ain't going down like that, man. I need y'all to start coming off Canal Street, man.
Hey, why don't you worry about those C19 numbers that are gonna happen during Mardi Gras, you rusty mouth bitch.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna deal with it professionally, but ain't nobody bunching around here, man. All these niggas selling dope, doing whatever. You gonna come fuck with the prophets, man? Fuck that.
Exactly. Shit, all the corruption that's going on behind the scenes in the local government. You got a problem with a bunch of men out on the highways and byways reading from the Bible.
Says too. And then have the scripture say that we're gonna be brought before nobles and kings and
Governors.
and shit, bro.
For a testimony to the Gentiles.
Gonna get pulled up. What you gonna do if you get pulled up by John Bell Edwards, man? That angry bird looking motherfucker pulls you up in the governor's office, man. And wanna, hey, what are you doing? Why are you out there preaching the Bible?
I try to say, give us the words to speak. You put the words in our
Yeah, man.
I got that one.
And bring it out. Rosicrucians pull up on you and shit. The Jesuits, what you gonna do? They call y'all.
A golden light comes out and shines on your face when they open the
They pull out a big whopping thing of money. Yeah, man.
They just walk right in my mouth. Put the amount of your signature on you.
Hey, fuck these people, man. The whole team call us strong, man. I'm gonna tell him shove that shit in his ass, man. Go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 10. I'm going to start at 16. Well, yeah, 16. And this is in red letters, so this is Yahushua speaking. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
What did it say?
Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
All right, I'm gonna
Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
Hey, where the wolves at?
Not in your bedroom.
That's another scripture the brother bringing up. Go ahead.
All right, quick on the board that point.
Yeah, bring it up.
This Proverbs 22 and 13. The slothful man said, there's a lion without. I shall be slain in the streets.
I can't go out. There's wild beasts out there.
But the lion represents trouble.
Yeah.
It's symbolically speaking, like, is there really a lion in the street? But the slothful man lied and says it's an excuse.
Yeah.
Every man finding an excuse for his own colors. Like, man's a lion out there, man. It's trouble out there. Oh, somebody just got ran over. Well, some guys got shot. A couple brothers got killed right there. Oh, they selling drugs. This is just trouble. It's trouble to him. So he like, man, there's a lion out there. I can't go out there. You know?
This car ain't for the. This ain't a car for the roads.
But he sent us as sheep and wolves.
This ain't for the weak and the faint-hearted, man. It's truly ain't for the faint-hearted, bro. It's just not. You gotta be cut from a different cloth to be on the highways and byways, man. You read about the accounts of David. David was a wild boy, man. Peter, all right? Peter cut a whole man down from this shit, man. You know? Go ahead, huh?
Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. And that's not Call of Duty Warzone.
That just means trouble, man.
Yeah, when you're a sheep, you don't have no. Man, you look at a sheep, come up right here. A sheep ain't got fangs and.
It's at the mercy of
What is up there? Just eat grass.
Where?
Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
Even with these cops like Sergeant Big Draws, they be down there. You want to come and pull up on us About the man, I'm gonna put the mask on.
Yeah.
When he leave, I'm gonna take the mask off. Man. Fuck him. I'm gonna do what you like, you know.
Hey, it's Smokey with Debo. When he comes, I'm gonna be quiet. But when he goes, I'm gonna start talking.
Gotta be wise as a serpent. All right. And being a serpent, you're crafty too. You're able to. Hey man, we sharpening these motherfuckers, man. We able to outthink these people, man. You know, go ahead, huh?
Verse 17. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the council,
There you go.
and they will scourge you in their synagogues.
Deal with that shit back in the day. They could come, motherfucker, when he's saying that too, they just call the police. They think you know, and 600 car. What's going on, officer? Somebody call the police and y'all cuss them up. They say, man, where they at? Well, you right. And to get back in the car. Motherfucker said you did them all type of shit. Just call the police, bro. Jump off the trolley that y'all be in front of y'all. Oh no. Just call the police. What you gonna do? Every week. Every other couple of days and shit on the flight. Keep on preaching, bro. Look what brothers have done. Outlasted these motherfuckers. Where they at? Where all these scoffers and scorners and these people that was the disputing the word? They go. Some of them dead. This truth endures on. They keep going, bro. They don't stop. Wait up.
And they will scourge you in their synagogues. Verse 18. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake.
The governors. Real life governors. You got kings. Some brother might be brought in front of Sleeping Joe.
A Rothschild, a Rockefeller.
Rockefellers, yeah. You're gonna be probably brought in front of them.
They watch. Everybody's watching.
They're watching, man. They know why you think this thing ain't on TV? They put everything else on TV, man. The most grimiest, wickedest nigga they can find, but when it comes to this, nothing. I remember back in the day, there's a video, I think Pastor Hart talked about it one time. They put him on the news, and he was like going out there and can't see that. Oh, let's go. I done been me in the camp in Houston. It's been where right here in the news crew right here, but they would not talk. They're talking to everybody else. They won't talk to us though, man, because they already know who you are. They already know. Stay away from them guys, man. Then when you get an opportunity, you don't be supposed to be in that bitch talking about some goddamn Jesus Christ on the goddamn news too. You supposed to say your how and shine.
Say
Yep.
Edomite, say all those words,
You know?
and go to the scriptures to back it up.
Yeah, wisely too, man. They gonna cut that shit. They gonna cut it out, man.
He's saying by.
Yeah, man, they gonna cut that section out. You gonna be sitting there. Mom got a section on TV today. They ain't gonna put the bitch on there, man.
They just show a clip of y'all in the background, and then it cuts to the next.
Yeah, man.
And hey, I remember a brother posted a video.
What's the one where Johanna got on that bitch and said,
I don't. We don't hate white man.
Yeah, I remember.
Hate white man.
man?
Do you have a
Come on,
501c3? Oh yes, absolutely.
He said, of course we do. Yeah.
What you mean? Why you don't have one?
Oh man.
Walking around with their Wonder Woman bracelets on. But hey, I remember a couple of years ago, a brother posted in the chat a video a brother did, and as soon as I clicked the video, as quickly as they took it down, it was a tweet Donald Trump put up, said, "Well, I guess the Black Hebrew Israelites are happy to see us tearing ourselves apart in this country." The tweet got cut, the video got. Hey, the kings and the governors watching.
Man. You don't think the elite bankers know who we are? They didn't know who to. I'm gonna say this too. They know who to fucking come to too with them bags too, man.
Mm-hmm.
They know that the apostles and the different men that we ain't taking that shit. The other camps, it already been accounts where you other camps that got rolled up on by Rosicrucians, man, by Jesuits, man. Giving you that bag, man. Everybody lie to you. Everybody lie to you, niggas, man. Don't tell you the name, nothing. They don't go into the Charagma. They don't go into the Charagma, nothing. Everybody playing dumb when it comes to the chip, man. I mean,
It should be self-evident at this point.
it's self-evident to know that the elder apostles are the men of the Lord, man. The men that in these different cities and countries around the world under the banner of GMS, it's evident who's giving you the truth, man. Now you don't have to like me personally on how I bring it out, but what I'm saying, can you dispute what I'm saying? And with information that these different brothers bringing out, can you fight against that?
Ah.
No, it's never been about that either. Oh, they're talking to women like this. Oh, it's always been a bullshit. It's never been about the truth though, man.
Hey, you have some of those crusty black, because you are black. Those black pastors get on that Zoom call talking about the Hebrew Israelites, and they're like,
TD Jakes too, man.
they were like, I'm trying to think how they worded it. It's like, well, the doctrine is not correct, of course, but we have nothing to combat against it with. What? It just,
Can't refute it. Obviously, it's the
but
truth.
it's not right. It's not right. It's not right. But we can't combat it. What are we gonna do?
Nigga got one book of songs. That's all you got, man.
And most of those guys on that Zoom call looked like they didn't want to be there. They were just like, man, I got some pork chops.
Get to, man. Yeah, man.
This stupid shit.
Niggas, man.
But back in verse 18, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you.
Put it in our mouths, what you say, man.
And hey, this is a work of the Most High. We're puppets of the Most High, saying everything we've said right now. That's been the words of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai speaking. So that's why this work, because it's not a work of man or our own vain deceits or opinions or anything. This is a work of the Most High. That's why it's going to continue until the fame of the word hits. And it's as simple as that.
Everybody here, every last single person here, we're here because of it's like the brother said, the work of the Most High. Hey man, you got several brothers in here. I'm gonna say this. I don't think in the world we probably wouldn't even came across each other. We probably wouldn't even hung with each other till because of this. It's true. That's why it happened. You got men that's at a certain age. Look at the age bracket. You got men that's here 40 something years old. You got men that's 17. How can these two worlds come together? What do we have in relation with each other in the world? But because of this though, that's why it happened, man. We were literally like what it is, the butterfly effect. It's a chain reaction of things happening in life to bring us on this one road, man. Some brothers have came across the same people in the world. We know they're the same people. Some brothers have literally. You might have been in Starbucks. I might have been in Starbucks.
But there was a spiritual screen there where we didn't even notice each other.
And walk past each other and shit, man. You know, you might have been in the stall.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Watching how you doing?
Private in the car past each other and shit. And the Lord just on this day and this hour, I'm gonna make this happen to where these different worlds that we living in, gonna collide, all because of this truth. And we're gonna do this truth on the highways and byways together, man. Go ahead, Al.
Chapter 4, verse 37. Lo, thy sons come, who thou sendest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One.
Yeah. This will gather us together, man. This will brought these different worlds together for the truth's sake, man.
From the east to the west, from the ends of the earth. What? Psalms 19, there is not a day or night where the speech doesn't go forth. The line is going out throughout all the earth. Matthew 24, verse 14.
Right.
And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in the world, not just on the internet, but literally on the highways and byways all across the world, in the world and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness, something to be witnessed, a witness to be made among all the nations, and then shall the end come. And hey, look at it like this. We clearly see the end is coming. The end prophecies and what that begin with. Men on the highways and byways preaching this word. It wasn't a bunch of people on the internet doing it. It began with men standing 10 toes down, out, letting their faces be seen in the highways and byways, preaching this word, and that flower blossomed and groomed. And now here we are at the end. The charagmas on the precipice of being mandatorily implemented, and the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Like I say, I knew this. Like me and this brother knew the same people in the world. This brother here knew my damn sister. I didn't seen him before. I'm like, man, I know him from somewhere. I just can never, remember where the fuck I remember him from. But shit, it just the world just collided, bro. You know, like I said, even this brother, I remember this brother, like meeting this brother here, he was a young man, you know, young man.
Really, yeah.
But you watch. I was watching the video of this brother, like a day or two ago, and I think the video said like a year ago. But you see the growth in men, you know, from the way how they were talking, the things they talk about. You see brothers grow, man. You know,
Beautiful thing to see.
Yeah.
Should that? Hey, that shows the power of this word. Brothers may start off with a slowed speech, nervous, awkward, anything, but then when you look at them a couple of years down the line, even a couple of months, they look like stone cold professionals out here. They look like Leon the professional on the highways and byways.
I watched this brother come out.
Yeah, he's a beautiful testament.
Yeah. I watched this brother come out. You know, and certain things. Another man, he got a confidence, man. Brother got his swagger back, man. See? No, like I said, this brother came out here the day he came out. It was some bullshit going on, man. You know, some major bullshit.
Not little bitty bullshit.
Big boy bullshit.
Big boy bullshit. Really big boy bullshit.
Like I said, I thought the brother was going. I'm like, man, that's just too much.
Yeah, we all thought like, man, he ain't
coming
coming
back.
back.
And man, hey, next week the brother was back out. Man.
Since look at he's here today.
Yeah,
on the highways and byways preaching. They'll eat a lot of chicken nuts, but that's his thing.
hey man, but that's a testament, bro. Right? And that's gonna be kind of wordy. You know, them words gonna follow you, man. All right.
You gotta picture it like this. You operate the Zah, we all make it. Imagine your testimony. This was so and so who stood out in the face of the enemy, in the face of the people, literally in the face of those that wanted to kill him, preaching the words of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai without an ounce of fear in him, like a true warrior.
And I'm gonna say this too, because even with us, even on the highway and the byway, ain't none of us can make it no fucking excuse. You got brothers in South America, it's hot as a motherfucker, man. You got brothers in Africa,
Deaf
you know,
brothers doing
sign language. You got brothers in Holland that do sign language, all right, and bring this word out, you know. Yeah, the guy amongst us, he was blind. As a testament, you got brothers, the brother in Alaska bringing out maybe 21 fucking below.
He got icicles on his back.
What excuse you got because it's too cold? You got brothers that bring it out in Seattle, shit, it rains all the fucking time, man. Miami, always rains.
The brother in Australia with all that shit going on.
Yeah, man. You have no excuse in this thing. You have zero fucking excuse, man. No? I mean, only excuse is if your fucking head and far fell off, man. Your ass just fell off, man.
Hey, there were men doing.
Hey, it don't happen too many times, man. Go ahead,
There's some men out here with literal death conditions that would lead to their death and did lead to their death, but they still came out and preached the word on the highways and byways.
I mean, brother preached Bun Lawyer. I watched that man he had a bad heart. You know, he never said nothing against the elders. So he was doing his own thing. They was all in the old school, but I seen him have a bad heart. And I seen Apostle Hart get on his ass about that shit, man. Because he wasn't teaching consistently. Then he started teaching consistently, and he died in the word with a bad heart. But he was going out. Imagine coming out this week, and next week you in the spirit world, man.
That's an automatic golden ticket. Hey, it's like the Spartans, which were Jakes. The greatest glory and honor a Spartan had was dying on the battlefield, because of course we all want to make it straight to the chariots and not be put to death. But hey, if that's your lot, hey, take it like a man. Take it as long as you stand 10 toes down, preaching this word to the bitter end or whatever your end is. Hey, so be it.
Beautiful duck.
Mm-hmm. Hey, they even said in actual Spartan, like their culture, only warriors who died in battle got a tombstone. If you lived a nice full life, you just but I guess we can just go through those. Yeah, go through those precepts, and I got just one more. And, okay.
We're just burning time anyway. We just burning time anyway because of George and shit.
Yeah. There's 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. For the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
Not the spirit of fear, hey, to be as bold as a lion, going back to Yashkara. Not the spirit of fear, standing behind a computer screen doing a podcast talking about the moon being a hologram, but having the spirit of power and as it says of love. What is love? According to the scripture, keeping the commandments. And it's a commandment to come out here and preach this word, being as bold as a lion on the highways and byways, letting your face be seen, being a spectacle to the world. It's as simple as that.
Verse 8. Verse 8. Be not thou therefore ashamed of the testimony of our Lord, nor of me his prisoner.
Read that again. Read that again.
First Timothy, 2 Timothy, chapter 1, verse 8. Be not thou therefore ashamed of the testimony.
Be not ashamed of the testimony of our Lord. And if it's too much for you, if it's too much, your socks are too tight, and you got bad feet or whatever. If it's too much for you to come out here and stand out here for hours, an hour and a half, hey, preaching the word, being a testimony. If you're ashamed of that, then again, how should I say? There are those that'll say, Lord, Lord, in that day. Did I not prophesy in thy name behind the computer screen? They leave that part out. And Yahushua is going to say, I do not know you. Get thee behind me.
You workers of iniquity.
It's on the comment board. Yeah, I'll say this too as well. Brothers who are in the process of learning about the Lord and resilience, and y'all brothers gotta be fearless too, man. All right, like coming into this thing, you're gonna have to be fearless towards the world, but have fear for the Lord, man. All right, that's the way you cross over to the Lord, man. You gotta be fearless, man. All right, against what's coming, what's pushing up against. All right, but fearless for who is pushing you back up against that, man. I gotta be the spirit, man. You got to.
You got a little more in there.
But be thou partaker of the afflictions of the gospel according to the power of the Most High.
But be thou partakers of the afflictions of the gospels of the Most High. And this is a part of the affliction. This is the what's that? This is the of the battle. This is the condition of the battle. And what's a battle at? In a field, in the open, against the elements, against people.
Conditions. Because when you're in battle, you got tanks and it might rain, it might snow, it might be just hot. All that it's a condition of battle. Shit changes, man.
Cause the war because it's raining. Like, hold on a second.
I need to change my boots.
I gotta go out I gotta do it when it's perfect. Nah, man. Your enemies ain't gonna be perfect. We might go out here right now. All right. And everybody come up just be a goddamn demon. You gotta deal with the elements. You gotta deal with the time. Then you might go out there, everybody is sensible. You can talk to them and it's a part of it. That's why we do them. That's why we do those some conferences, because you practicing for the real thing, man.
Basic training.
You gotta deal with demons and all type of shit, man. You can have discernment to see it shit before it happens. Wait up. That's it. First Corinthians 15 and 55. Oh death, where is thy sting? Oh grave, where is thy victory? Oh yeah, I mean you may die in this thing. Hey, but they say, death, where's thy sting? I mean, you're gonna live. Your body leaves. Your body stays here, but the spirit goes up to the spirit world, back to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. So if you get killed, put to death in this thing, hey, it's like a badge of honor, you know?
What's the thing? Oh, you got.
That's a badge of honor. It's automatic. You're gonna rise first. You know?
A Revelation 2 and 10. It says the devil shall cast some of you into prison that he may have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, you shall receive a crown of life. That guy down.
All right, it's Revelation 2 and 10.
Down too.
Fear not those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So death does not, it don't have a sting. So you're gonna get that crown, man. That's what it's all about, getting the fucking crown. And no matter what was said, what was done, you know, You gotta keep pushing, man. Just fucking keep bringing the word out. Keep doing what you're supposed to do, and keep your eye on that fucking crown, because that's what we all out here for, the fucking crown.
It reminds me of a scene from that old Conan the Barbarian, where Conan was praying to, they were about to have a battle, and he was praying to his god Crom, and he said, Crom, no man will remember whether we are good men or bad, whether we lived a good life or not. The only thing that's going to be remembered is that two stood against many. That's what's important. Only thing that's going to be remembered is your works, not whether how you look, what you did in your personal life, but that you stood 10 toes down in this truth out on these highways and byways, being in that condition of the battle, preaching this word, not being ashamed of it.
I got one. This is Sirach 41:1. I'm gonna read down. It says, "O death, how bitter is the remembrance of thee to a man that liveth at rest in his possessions, unto a man that has nothing to vex him, and that has prosperity in all things. Yea, unto him that is yet available, unto him that is yet able to receive meat. O death, acceptable is thy sentence unto the needy, and unto him whose strength faileth, that is now in the last age and is vexed with all things, and to him that has the spirit, and has lost patience. Fear not the sentence of death. Remember them that has been before thee, and that cometh after."
Hey, those that suffer that are suffering in that last stage, that those are weak. Those men that are sighing and crying for all the abominations thereof. Sighing and crying where? Out there, said that angel, go out into the streets and set a mark upon those that are sighing and crying for the abominations thereof. Those men that love not their lives unto the death. Hey, those that truly understand what they're in and know the rewards that come with it, and hey, the possible outcomes that come with it, which hey, it may be your lot to go out as a martyr. You don't want to be about the first guy it's talking about, death being bitter to those that are comfortable in their possessions, those men that are in that spirit of Lot's wife looking back. That includes those people that don't want to come out on the highways and byways. They still, with them not wanting to be seen and have their face out there, they obviously got something in the world that's tugging them, keeping them back, that's making them ashamed.
Right. And it says, "Fear not the sentence of death. Remember them that have been before thee, and that has come after. For this is the sentence of the Lord over all flesh." And I'm going to jump down to 8 and read down.
If I could say real quick, remember those that have been before thee. Again, that Romans 15, everything written aforetime was written for our learning. We have plenty of testimonies of what our forefathers did, standing out firm, not ashamed of the gospel, preaching the words of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, not loving their lives unto the death. And what do we have now of them? Their testimonies in these scriptures. So when the kingdom is established in the new scriptures are written, hey, your testimony is going to be the same as theirs. The book of so and so, and that's your story for eternity, set in stone.
Right. I'm gonna jump down to verse 8 and keep reading down to 13. It says, "Woe unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High, Yahweh. For ye have increased, yet shall ye be to your destruction. And if ye be born, ye shall be born to a curse. And if ye die, a curse shall be your portion. All that are of the earth shall turn to the earth again. So unto the ungodly shall ye go from a curse to destruction. The mourning of a man is about their body, but a ill name of sinners shall be blotted out."
Hey, Daniel chapter 12. Hey, some shall awake to everlasting praise, and some shall awake to everlasting shame and contempt. Just like those that stood firm are going to have that glorious memorial in the kingdom, hey, you're going to have that infamous memorial in the kingdom. This is the guy that got weak. This was the guy that cared about the affairs of this life. This was the guy that took his hand off the plow for whatever, the woman, the job, he was ashamed to be seen. He was a nigger. He wanted money, anything.
It's a scene from Troy when the little boy came out to the camp.
The boy Achilles was going out to the battle to fight against this big brolic looking warrior, Troy, and the boy went to wake Achilles up, and Achilles was
a sword helmet.
His armor belt.
Yeah.
And Achilles was putting on his armor, getting ready, and the boy was like, that Akkadian, he's the biggest man I've ever seen. I don't know if I could fight him. And without skipping a beat, Achilles was on it, supposed to look like, and that's why your name is never going to be remembered. And rode off to the battle, to the condition of the battle.
I got two more real fast. It says, it's going to the point. Have regard to thy name, for that which continueth with thee above 1,000 great treasures of gold. It says, a good life hath brought for a day, few days, but a good name endured forever.
Hey, the book of Sirach, that's a good name. The book of Jeremiah, the book of Isaiah, the Gospels, that's what a good name brings from having a good memorial and testimony and being that plowman who's continually working that field.
Name, they got the heathen still talking about David, still talking about Solomon.
The Exodus.
Paul. Yeah. Even in this corrupt life, those names, the righteous names still talk about. So how much more the men? Because I'm gonna tell you, there are plenty of men in the Lord. He got all these books, John, Peter, Paul, Luke. They got men in the Lord that names ain't even talked about, man. So, all right, let's go about it. Take a high. Oh yeah, you know they
High on life.
you know, but you know, the men of the Lord, even in these times, they're going to have a memorial about them, man. You know,
You're writing that memorial right now with your actions.
living a prison.
Mm-hmm.
There is a reason why, again, it's demanded of you to be fearful. That's why I mentioned that. Don't the scripture say, I demand of thee to gird up thy loins? All right, because the unbelieving and the fearful going to take their part in the lake of fire. And again, this is a war we in. You got to remember that. A soldier goes to war with soldiers, man. This is Sirach 37 and 10. Neither consult with a woman touching her whom she is jealous, neither with a coward in matters of war. All right, because we stand bold as lions out here. So you can't be on the front line with a coward, all right, because he gonna move from his spot, man. Yeah. If he's a sniper, we need him to snipe shit, man, around the perimeter. If he's not sniping shit around the perimeter, they're gonna close in on us, man, and take us out, man.
Everybody got a job out here. It's like you guys that whole post, you supposed to be sniping. You supposed to be seeing the bullshit before it comes.
Like oppressors.
You know? You guys holding the camera, you guys holding the sign, you supposed to be on point, man. All right? Supposed to let these motherfuckers get up on the brother speaking. You let this nigga get all the way right now, man. I don't know. What I'm doing, man.
Looking in your nostrils.
Yeah, man, you watch, like, one guy, man, he watched the bird shit on the power line.
He literally had the camera. He was fine, and you could see the power line on the camera because he had just
watching the bird shit, man. What are you doing, man?
The camera way up there, bro.
You on point out. Hey, man, this literally we in a spiritual battle, ain't it? Hey, it's shit. It's out here, man.
It's the battlefield. That's why what it was Gideon, like the elder mentioned last night, but that's a spiritual take. When they were sitting down, they going to walk, they down there lapping the water, like you down and be ready for the like you. That's one prepared. Whoever been over and lapped, send them home, man. It shouldn't be in this walk. And what I think 300 men end up
yeah, just 300.
And that's where you get 300 from, man.
Your boy from Den of Thieves. He said, man, I'm always in control of everything going on.
Even when I'm looking weak, making myself look weak. You got
even out here, a lot of times you like me, you may see me. I'm talking to the camera, looking at the camera, but I'm zooming in periodically. Other shit too, man.
Yeah.
You see me, I'm on shit. I already scanned him. This guy here, I'm already scanned him 5 times over, man.
Him. Know what's going on, man. Discern.
You probably gotta get in the body language too, man. Motherfucker coming up, hands in the pocket, clutching and shit. You gotta know all that shit, bro. You know, even when they come up there, let them talk. You know, you let them talk. You understand? You have discernment. Oh, I know what this guy doing there. I know what he on the bullshit. He here to play. You know. Hey, but that's the condition of the battle. Like this brother went to. This all those things have to be. It just ain't talking about cussing the white man out, man. It's more to this thing, man. You know, there's more things you gotta be focused on, man. Go ahead, Doc. You can bring out a picture. I want to we can after this, bro. We can probably break it down. It's about that time, but I have to walk down there every time.
I got First Maccabees 2:50. Now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time, so shall ye receive great honor and an everlasting name.
Hey, backing up what you brought out. Hey, remembering the times of old.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
remembering our forefathers. And again, we're reading about that account. They were living that account and reading about their forefathers. Now we're reading about their account, remembering the accounts of their forefathers, standing firm. Yeah, exactly.
We was those men. I'm gonna say this too. I'm just speaking as a man. I don't know, but Bob, I want to be written in the book of 144,000.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be somewhere you can go literally in the book and read about each brother. This brother was in Babylon. This brother was in this state. He was in this part of the country. You can read from the time. I'm just speaking as a man. The Lord might have it with it's a whole. You go in Esau's on. You can read a bio of certain guys. You go to Wikipedia to read about where this guy was born at. Same thing with the 144,000. I want your brothers to be in that number, man.
Hey, just as that brother read that account, hey, apparatus, I read that number in the kingdom, they're going to be reading about that account just of us, just as that brother just read that account.
It's gonna be powerful stories because you're gonna tell these stories to your grandkids and shit, man. Tell me how you was in Babylon, Grandpa. You're gonna be the real superheroes of the world to come, man.
Celebrity.
The celebrities, man.
Gotta be, 'cause this place is the worst kingdom ever on the face of the earth.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna get real fame. All these so-called celebrities, them niggas ain't gonna be shit to the 144,000, man.
Hey, if you're in a kingdom with concrete, you already lost.
It's over for your ass, man.
If you got a name in a place with concrete and styrofoam cups, you're finished. That's a testimony of a nigga.
Yeah, man. What Rick been talking about, man. You're gonna have, people gonna really want to be in your prison because you one of those men that endured. Let's go to just give me the point. The one in second Ezra, first Ezra is about Yahushua. The one that stood so stiffly, go up by 2. Never see crowds.
Yeah, it's in second Ezra's too.
Yeah,
I got it.
go ahead.
This is a second Ezra's 2. I'm gonna start at 44. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal.
What that is?
The physical,
Huh?
the physical and the cardinal that he put off into spiritual.
Yeah, he basically basically having going from transitioning from these bodies to bodies with spiritual power, man. So that's what men of the Lord, even being on this side, Lord, we're gonna receive spiritual power from Most High, for the Most High, man. We got to get something to get us out of this motherfucker. Go ahead, out.
And have confessed the name of the Most High.
Well, you confess. You can't. You confess inside out.
And have confessed to who? You confess something to people.
People in elements, man. In the elements. Go ahead.
And now are they crowned and receive palms.
Go ahead.
Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world.
There you go.
Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
Yeah, man. You want to be in that number, man.
It's stiffly in your living room.
He can't, He can't, man.
Confessed in the world. You stood stiffly, man.
You can end it out.
Hey, speaks for itself. So with that, we hope you sincere Achium and Aqua were edified by this pre-camp lesson. And again, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh. Honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you, sincere Akim, out there, pushing this word out on the highways and byways, out in the public, out to where you can be seen. pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. Shalom.
Y'all brothers want something from Starbucks?